It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's all the way up to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Headed out right. He's running with it. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here's Chubb up the middle. He breaks the tackle. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. A throw left side finds Johnson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Here's Chubb. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Chubb.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Good job right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Has it in close.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Blake Grupe on to attempt a field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Nicotomney's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Hits him on the out route. He's got to gain a 6 there. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Fields out of the gun. On target to Jackson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Across midfield to the 45. Past the 25. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get this down to the 36. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They give inside to Chung. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Gets this to Johnson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Motioning the tight end left. Wilson on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants take a second quarter lead. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Play action, Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So it's second down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Got to figure out this third down here.
Here we go. Easy, easy, easy. All right.
Throwing now from the gun. That's complete to Jackson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So on fourth down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go, 14. Friday, 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 Friday. 19. Zebra, zebra. Right.
Ross out of the pistol. Completed left side to Smith. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Right. Front left, front left. Good shot.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Saturday. Right.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Once more, it's Wilson. Connects with Johnson. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hey, low.
Chubb on the give, headed left. The defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Russ is going to cook here. Throw right side, caught by Smith. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Chubb will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Wilson now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Giants make it a 9-point advantage. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Out, let's go. Go.
From the 46. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go, son. Up. Side.
Fields on 1st down. Catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. And maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. That one intended for Mark Andrews. 4th down coming up.
No mud, no mud. Here we go. Cut.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Gotta go.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Got it. Move the team.
Wilson on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's out in the clear. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Took off with it again. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Go. Get out.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Good. Hey, slide 51. Go.
1st down throw for Fields. Forced out to his right. Still on the move, throwing to... That's grabbed inside the 30. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Off play action, it's Fields. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go, son. Get out.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Mitchell up the middle. And he runs into some big bodies and is stopped right at the line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son. Right.
Fields out of the gun. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Right.
He'll throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cut. Start.
They begin the drive with Chubb. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
This is Chubb. And this one does not go far. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Chased out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they chase him out of bounds. That's going to be a sack. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Now Wilson on the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Giants are set to punt. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. Found some space, got his team 21 on that run back. And it'll be Jets football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Don't jump, ready? Ready. Go.
A pistol snap, Fields. Andrews with the catch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets make it 17-all. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the 4th quarter. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. A tight end in motion now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
0-0-0. Good shot.
Ross off the play fake. Connects with Johnson. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Wilson on third down. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. The give now to Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Escapes, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Play action, Fields. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here we go. Good. Left, right. Hey, never mind. Monday. Out. EQ. Said hi.
Fields on 3rd. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Juke the defender. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He tucks it and takes off. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Chubb here on first down. Broke through the tackle, and he drives this forward to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
We're looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
He's got a lane up past the 30. He's brought down after a nice return there, which brings us to our 2-minute warning. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Setting up to pass. He's on the move. Complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here he is to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
To throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Here we go, son. Just hurt. Hey, Ken. Right.
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. You got a mini back. Go.
Another throw for Fields. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Giants make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now two, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got two in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So the Giants come away with the win. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.